Hey guys, Steve here again. Today I just wanted to share with you my story of my anxiety, my depression. Um, I want to try and keep it short and sweet. It's pretty long, but I'll try and just not ramble as much as most of my other videos and just get to the chase. I had landed a pretty good job, working a lot of hours, 60 plus hours a week. An opportunity came into my life where I could double my salary and work a normal 9 to 5 job. But you needed to pass a physical fitness test, which I was unable to do the requirements. So, on top of working my 60 to 70 hours a week, I was also training in order to meet these requirements by a certain date. So it was a lot of stress on my life. On top of my father selling his house, my parents divorcing, and then my fiance went away on vacation. That very week she went on vacation, I experienced my first 3 panic attacks that I ever had in my life. And I'm sure, like most of you who've had panic attacks before, know they're one of the most uncomfortable things you can experience. You feel like you're having a heart attack, you are shaking, you feel like you can't breathe, you feel like you're going to pass out. It's not fun. So those panic attacks happened while I was at work. I ended up going to the emergency room 3 times. I went to one hospital once, another hospital second time, and the third hospital. Finally the third hospital told me it was a panic attack, and that it might be anxiety related, depression related, and I should see psychologists or see a psychologist and see a psychiatrist to help manage my condition. Long story short, I was diagnosed with generalized anxiety disorder. I was put on Xanax, which I didn't have a good time with. I ended up having an adverse reaction, and adverse reaction means it's what the drug was doing is the opposite effect. So instead of feeling less anxious, I was feeling more anxious. When I told my psychiatrist that I was feeling more anxious on the medication, he said, "Oh, maybe you just need more." So he upped my dose from 0.25 milligrams 3 to 4 times a day as needed to 0.5 milligrams 3 to 4 times a day as needed. Knowing what I know now, I should have been started on an antidepressant along with maybe my benzodiazepine treatment, because there are plenty of antidepressants that have anti-anxiety properties to them. I ended up in the hospital because 30 minutes to 1 hour after taking my Xanax, I was shaking like a leaf. I was having panic attacks and anxiety attacks over and over and over, and it just wasn't right. So I switched to Klonopin, 0.5 milligrams a day. Now, I had switched psychiatrists because obviously I lost trust in the previous one for not listening to how my Xanax experience was going. I was unable to work still on the Klonopin. It made me very drowsy or dizzy. My anxiety was still around. I think part of this was because I was depressed. At that time, not major depressive disorder, maybe clinical depression, slight clinical depression. But anyways, I was unable to work. There was no way I could. My job entailed you had to walk 10 to 15 miles a day. No matter if it was raining, sleet or snow. If I can give you a hint on what I was doing. I had to put my physical fitness test on hold for the new job that I was hoping to get. So a lot of stressors in my life were all happening all at once, which I think led me into this state that I'm in now. Now, if you're new to mood disorders, it's not good to go on Google, I should say, and look up, my hands are shaking, my body's shaking, I have a fast heartbeat, and I'm sweating a lot. You could type in those symptoms and it could say, oh, you're having a heart attack, go to the emergency room right away. Or you have diabetes, or you have X, Y, and Z. It's not good to diagnose yourself. It's also not good to self-medicate yourself. If I could go back in time, I would get plenty of psychologist opinions, plenty of psychiatrist opinions, and do my own research as well, but on more credible sites and not just forums for depression and hearing other people's stories, but actual sound medical studies on medications and treatments for whatever your diagnosis is. Having trust in your doctors is number one key in going through your mood disorders. If you do not trust your doctor, if you do not trust your counselor, your psychiatrist, your psychologist, whatever you may have, if you don't trust your primary care physician, get a new one. There's plenty of people out there who don't trust their doctors and they still stick with them. And having trust in your doctor who is supposed to be taking care of you is, from a mental standpoint, if you're unsure about your doctor and what medicine they're prescribing or what treatment plan they have for you, and you don't trust them, are you going to trust the medication that they're prescribing you? Are you going to trust the treatment plan? From my standpoint, no. I've lost trust in a lot of doctors. I've lost trust in a lot of medications. I've lost trust in a lot of the medical world, all because I stuck to one guy's opinion, and all he is a doctor. He's just a human being. So are we. We have brains of our own. We can look up research and find answers and find alternative methods. Maybe it's not a good idea for you to reach for medication like I did so quickly. Everyone, especially in America, they want a quick fix. They want it now. They want it right now. When the newest shoes come out, people want the newest shoes. The newest Xbox comes out, newest PlayStation, and they want it right away. The newest iPhone, the newest Galaxy phone, they want it right away. Just like feeling anxious, they want the anxiety to go away right away. Just like feeling depressed, nobody likes crying. Everyone wants to feel happy right away. These things take time. It's not like anything else. It's a waiting game, and you have to be strong, and you have to be informed. Inform yourself, have others inform you, get plenty of opinions before you go on medication, and get plenty of opinions from doctors. There are plenty of things you can do to help your condition, to prevent it from getting worse. I feel that today, after my first episodes in August of 2016, today I am not better than what I was back then. If anything, I'm still the same. I think that's partially the reason. My reason is because I trusted a doctor who misdiagnosed me. And the funny part about it is I just got my medical records released from him, and he diagnosed me first with social anxiety, and then after I had an argument with him about my Xanax treatment and wanting to try a different medication, he changed my diagnosis to bipolar disorder. So after seeing 5 psychiatrists since, None of them have labeled me with bipolar disorder. I've been labeled with generalized anxiety twice and social anxiety twice. So that's 2 social anxieties, 2 generalized anxieties, and 1 asshole's opinion who said I'm bipolar just because I'm a human being and express my opinion loudly, because I'm sure he's just used to pushing pills over his desk and saying, "Have a nice day, thanks for your copay," and kicks your ass out the door. So, if you have any questions about my story, just comment. You can like, subscribe if any of this helped you out. And I look forward to hearing from you guys. If you're struggling today, just do yourself a favor. Make sure you're surviving. That's your number 1 key. You survive. You know that this will go away. This pain will end. Reach out for help if you need it. And I wish you the best of luck in your mood disorder and the best of luck in your life.